Record. Okay, now we can for real get started. Happy Saturday morning, everyone, and welcome to Book Club. We are going to be in both of our books today. So I want you to turn to Element 6, which starts on page 151 in your life book. And then we're also going to be in 2.1 in the Habits of Health book, which starts on 166. I don't know if everybody realizes this yet, because maybe you haven't read through the two books to see how they correspond and go together, but really the Habits of Health book just gets into greater detail about what is being taught in the life book. So we have education and application, and we need both. We need this to change from the education, but we also need to actually put it into practice with the application. And that's what we're going to do today together on this call as a community. So all of you who are comfortable, I would love for you to be willing to come off mute today and share your personal story when I ask for it, because we all have different stories. I am in a completely different place in my health journey than some of you. And, you know, there's a lot of people on this call that may not connect with my story. And so we need to hear lots of different stories. And that's why we have community, right? So let's dive in. Go to Element 6. This is a hard section to read. Most of us come to this program with weight to lose. Weight on our body, weight in our mind, and it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to look at our current reality. But Dr. A is asking us to look at our current reality. Why? Well, how in the world are we going to move past that current reality if we don't accept where we are currently? You have to take it in, you got to process it, and you got to use it as a tool to drive yourself forward, to growth, to change, because you've got to become uncomfortable with your current reality. Honestly, you have to not want to be there anymore in order to move forward and out of that. And that's what Dr. A is calling us all to do. So don't shoot the messenger. I know it's really, really difficult to do this. And it can be uncomfortable. And so I want you to know that it's not about being skinny, right? It's about being healthy. Well, why? Does anybody on here put a 1 in the chat if you want to live sick, on medications, not fulfilling your full potential, not living a fulfilled life? I'm thinking there's not going to be one person who puts a 1 in the chat, because nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants to live that way. So we got to start with healthy weight management. If you turn to page 153, it talks about how 85% of people who go on a diet gain all their weight and then some back within 2 years. Well, why do you think that is? Dr. A knows why it is. It's because we don't change our mind. And that's why we have these book clubs for you guys, so that you can help to change the mindset and you can move from that weight loss phase, which most of us have been in for the majority of our adult lives, and into an optimization phase where you're going to get to live an extraordinary life. And I don't mean you have to travel the world, climb mountains, be ultra athletic. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just showing up, and showing up fully as a person who is confident in the fact that they're able to do the things that they need to do in order to live out their purpose. So that's what this is really about. It is about bringing the waistline down. And I want to get into what health actually looks like, because I came from a mindset of strong, not skinny. Anybody else out there? Strong, not skinny, strong, not skinny. You know, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to lift weights. I don't care about the belly fat as long as I'm able to squat such and such amount of weight, or as long as I feel good, which we hear this a lot on health assessments as coaches and throughout people's journeys. Well, as long as I feel good, I'm happy. Well, yes, feeling good is really important. And I know there are a lot of people on this call who are feeling amazing. And that is an amazing part of our health journey, but we can't stop there, guys. We've got to get the fat off our midsection. Why? Because it causes disease. No, I mean, there's no argument on that. It does cause disease. So if we want to live a happy, full, healthy life, not depending on medications or other people to take care of us, we're going to have to do everything within our power to get healthy. And that means bringing that waistline down. It just does. That is the reality of it. And I know that as we move into this section, you're going to see yourself in one of the phases that the book describes, right? I don't want you to judge yourself for the phase that you're in, but I do want you to recognize that the goal is to move out of that phase and into the next healthier phase. Bit by bit, micro habit by micro habit, the goal is to move you closer and closer to optimal health, because we want you to live a healthy, full life. Not just I feel good, but true health that is going to pay you back in so many ways. It's going to affect your life in miraculous ways. So on page 156, it talks about waist circumference. And before this program, I didn't know all these facts. And so my decisions were driven by a lack of knowledge and a lack of responsibility, right? Because I didn't want to take responsibility for the fact that I really enjoyed chips and salsa. And, you know, yeah, I could go to the gym and work out and get strong and build muscle, but my waistline still was not at a healthy place for me. And what was that causing in my life? Inflammation, pain, lots of things. So that's my story. Your story could be very different. Don't be ashamed of your story. Don't be ashamed of where you're at currently, because if we get stuck in this place where we are ashamed of where we're at, we can't move forward. I have clients come to me and they're like, I'm good, I'm gonna start program with you, but I never want to ever share where I'm at currently because I'm so ashamed of how I've let myself go. Guess what? There are so many people who care about you in your life. And I'm just gonna say this. Can I say the majority of Americans are not happy with where they're at physically? Because the majority of Americans are overweight. That's a fact. So you have nothing to be ashamed of. You are in good company in this room because we've all been there. We've all been in the place where we don't like where we're at currently. And guess what? That is exactly what it takes to move out of that place. You have to recognize, I don't like this place I'm in, and I'm determined to move out of it. So on these pages, it tells you what a healthy waist circumference is. This is important to write down where you're at currently. I know people don't like this, but I'm going to ask you to get out your tape today and measure your waist. And we're going to put down where we're starting. Let's live in reality, right? This is where I'm starting, but this is not where I'm staying, because you have the program, the tools, the education, the community, the love, the support. You have all of that in this program that you're on and on this health journey. You have nothing that's lacking. We have all the things we need to be successful. So I want you to take that walk today. I know it's hard. I know nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to take that before picture. Nobody wants to do the measurements because they know they're not going to be satisfied with what they see. But I just want to challenge you. That is what you need to do in order to move out of it. You have to see where you're at. And so I want you to put a page marker on 158 and 159 in your habits of health, or sorry, your life book. And then I want you to put a marker on page 173 in your habits of health book. And I want you to watch yourself transform from one phase to the next. But you're going to have to write those numbers down and those dates for your current phase of transformation that you're in. You're going to need to get real with yourself. I actually did this morning because I haven't measured my waist in a very long time. And I was like, man, I wonder if I'm in that often. I don't know where I'm at. I literally haven't checked it. I just step on the scale every morning. I don't know what's going on with my waist circumference if I don't measure it. So what I want you to do is, in either book, I want you to take the measurements and write. This is a great place to do it because there's some space down here. And the other book, it's blue, so maybe you can't read it as well, but use whichever book. And I want you to write down where you're at currently, write the date, and write how you're feeling, like all the things, okay? Not just physically how you're feeling, mentally how you're feeling. Connect all the pieces of your journey to where you are at currently and take those notes and write that in. You're going to need that because when you get 2 steps forward, if you don't remember where you started, you're going to be much more likely to go back there because you're going to get comfortable and it's going to feel good and you are going to feel good. So I want you to journal in these books, write down where you're at currently, where you're headed. Okay. There's some very distinct markers for each phase. And I'm not going to get into the reading every single section of that because I want to leave time for people to share experientially, right? We want to begin to change and shape our body into a machine that can work and do the things that we need to do to touch the lives of the people that we need to touch, to do the work, to be a good spouse, a good parent, a good friend, a good daughter, a good son. All of those things come from, feeling comfortable in your own skin, feeling confident, knowing in here that that you're doing something great for yourself. And I'm just going to share from my experience. That is something I got from my health journey that I never dreamed would come from my health journey. I am way less defensive with my husband, who's sitting downstairs right now, helping me man this Zoom room. Way less defensive. Why? Because I'm actually happy with myself. And it's not necessarily all that I'm seeing in the mirror. It's just the fact that my brain knows that I'm important enough to spend some time on. Because I never put myself on the list before. I never spent any time on myself. It was always everybody else, taking care of everybody else. And I put myself at the very bottom of a list that I never got to myself. And so we've got to put our oxygen mask on first. And I'm going to ask you guys to share. I would love to hear from somebody who is having an amazing transformation and it is translating into all areas of their life. Okay, so I'm going to put some questions and some thoughts kind of into this room, and I want you to think about them because I'd love for 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 people to share where they're at and how it's translating in their life. Because guys, we got to dig down deep and we got to have a very deep why. We cannot just be, I need to be 120 pounds or 140 pounds. That's not going to work. It's got to be connected. So here's the questions. Have you had amazing results? What are the health benefits that you've seen? So that would be the physical, right? What are the physical benefits of your health journey been? How does that translate for you to purpose and fulfillment in life? So this is the mind part. How is your body becoming more healthy? How is that translating into healthy mind for you? So, and I want to hear how it's affecting you the whole. So if anybody is willing to share, just all you need to do is take yourself off mute. All right, Megan, your hand went up first. Let's hear it, girl.
Hey guys. So for me, I am 90 pounds down since I started last August. And thank you. It's affected all areas of my life. Something that you said, like showing up better for other people, because I wasn't feeling good about myself and I wasn't healthy physically or mentally. I feel like it spilled over into so many of my relationships, my marriage, my relationships with my kids, my friendships, my coworkers. It just touched all areas of my life. And as I became healthier, not just physically, because we know like when we get physically healthier, it makes us feel better about ourselves. But when I started getting better mentally, my mindset started changing. I started to see a difference in how I showed up for all of the people in my life. And that has really, like, to me, that's brought so much fulfillment because I feel like my relationships with the people that matter the most are better. The other part of it that's really been a difference for me too is that I share with kids all day long about a healthy BMI and waist circumference. And so to be able to sit and actually talk to them about the benefits of that and how it's changed my life and my health, and my family is really awesome. And, just to be able to kind of pour into them a little bit too has been great. So, yeah. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, I don't know. Did you miss anything? No, I love it, Megan, and I get to be a part of your health journey, which is super fun. And we've talked about how it really does translate right into all the things. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, Jodi, your hand was up next, so I'm going to have you share next.
Good morning, everybody. I'm apologizing in advance. My dogs are fighting in the background. So if you hear puppies fighting, that's my dogs just getting their energy out. I started a program a year ago, the week of Thanksgiving, and Julie is my coach. And I couldn't be happier with my physical results, but also the mental side for me has been the most incredible journey. My marriage has increased tenfold in communication and support and love and guidance. And it's this program that did it. Girls, sorry guys. And my relationships with my friends, the friends that I've made, and continue to foster relationships with, because once you surround yourself with people that are getting healthy, it's amazing. It helps you keep accountable. And then the coaching side for me really is what set it all in. Once I decided to guide others, that's what made it even more fun and fulfilling for me. So if you're on the fence right now on if you want to help guide some of your family and friends, I can tell you, it's not the money for me. It is really the fulfillment of helping people I love and seeing them take big steps in the right direction, and having somebody text me that they were able to do something they haven't been able to do physically for years is so incredibly fulfilling. So that is my journey so far, and I'm still on it. I'm strength training. I'm getting my waist circumference down too. We're all clients first. So hope you all have a good Saturday.
Awesome. Thank you, Jodi. And I am so blessed to be a part of your health journey. And man, I came from that. So I got my body healthy. I was there for a while. And, I was like, I know so many people in my life that need this, and not so they can look sexy in their jeans, but oh my gosh, so they can live past 50, like literally. And my heart was just like, I got to get my family healthy. Like I have to. I don't want them to leave me early. I want to live life long with them. And that's really why I started coaching as well. So I love that. Okay, we are going to go to Junie. You can take your self off mute.
My name is Junie. The benefits for me, I've been on programs since June. I've lost 35 pounds. I didn't realize there was that much to lose. Health-wise, for the last 5 years, I've had elevated liver enzymes, and this was the first time that those enzymes were not elevated, my last physical. So that was really great news. But I think that the other thing was the realization that it's just a lot, it has a lot more to do with other things other than weight. The benefits are my attitude, my approach to things, the way that, I have enough energy in my body so that I can show up, in a good mood, well rested. I was definitely more reactive and kind of shitty at times. And it was just really because I was so tired. My body didn't have the energy that it needed to do everything that I was trying to do on a daily basis. And it's just really improved my life in ways that I never thought was possible. And, I was the person that introduced me to the program. I thanked her the other day and she just started crying. I said, I didn't know how much I needed this, and I didn't know what impact it was going to have. So I am really grateful for this program and everything that's come along with it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Junie. And I want, okay, so as we keep going, I'm going to call on you next, Melinda, but I want you to think about what dreams you have attached to this health goal. Okay, so Melinda, if you can wrap that into what you're going to share, and then if anybody else wants to share, I'll call on you too. But here's the thing, guys, I had quit dreaming. I had quit thinking that I could do anything other than what I was doing currently. Honestly, that's it. I was settled in that I was this person. It was predetermined. This was going to be my life forever. And then I just started opening mind to the what if I could do X, Y, Z? And what if I could impact this many people? What if? And I started dreaming again. Like, I think we go through life and people squash our dreams so much, like, you can't do that. That's like 1 in a million get to do that. And I'm not saying I'm about to be an NBA basketball player or anything like that. I'm working within who God created me to be and my genius. And that's where each of us gets to step into. It's not just for certain people. It's for every single person on the screen. So go ahead, Melinda, take yourself off mute.
That actually runs into a lot of what I did want to say. I totally started this program to lose weight. I was considered medically obese. And as a single mom, I've been a single mom for a long time. I have 3 teenage boys now. And I just had to do something for myself. I couldn't keep up with the kids. I didn't have the energy. So as of right now, I weighed this morning for our challenge, and I'm down 48 pounds as of this morning. I started at the end of August. And so that was the main reason, but so much more has come from it that I never even really thought was possible. 2 of my 3 boys are on the autism spectrum. They have behavior therapy pretty much daily. And 1 has even gone to a special school for 3 years for autistic children. And overwhelming is like not even the word to describe having to deal with, the behaviors and consequences and how to keep everything straight. But as of last week, the therapists have told me that they're going to start backing off therapy for my children because I am handling my children's behaviors more appropriately. I don't get frustrated. I don't raise my voice. I'm better able to hand out their consequences in a timely manner without it bothering me. And I'm trying not to cry, you guys, because that was something like I never, ever thought was possible, that my kids and I would be able to have that kind of household and that kind of relationship that could be well functioning. I thought we were just going to be this crazy household our whole entire life. And it's really opened up the possibilities of like, I never dreamed of this. So now what can I dream about that, you know, is going to be possible because something already became possible that I didn't think was. So that's what I got.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing so openly and real. Yeah. Connect that for down the road, right? Like when your kids are adults, this is the mom they're going to remember. This is the life they get to live until they're, you know, when they're adults. You're doing an amazing thing for your family. We have time for one more share. John, if you could take yourself off mute.
Hey, can you hear me? Hey, all right. I'm excited to be here. Long-time listener, first-time talker. Hey, I'm just really fired up because I'm actually fully transitioned and been on the program since about June, I think that was. Lost like 30 pounds and just feeling really great. The reason I was into changing my life, my path, my health is they wanted to put me on high blood pressure medicine. I didn't want that. And I said, what do I do? What do I do? Diet. Okay, cool. You know, my best friend's wife, Michelle Singleton, she's on here. Hey, what are you doing? She shared with it. Oh my God, this is amazing. Cool. I'm in. But the biggest shift, the biggest thing, and I even told her, hey, I'm going to be your worst client because I just want the food. I don't want to read. I don't, you know, but I am into reading. Like I'm into reading tons of books all the time, you know, all this other stuff. But the books were right on par with the total shift in the not only health path I wanted to go to, but just lifestyle path. I wanted to be, you know, not just have fun, not so serious stuff anymore. Work can be on a whole other level. It is for me now. It's just the whole mind path or the mind shift and kind of looking out for what's good for me, and which makes me a better person for myself, my wife, my kids, my work, and it's just been an incredible journey. I love reading the books now. I kind of can't get more of them, or can't get enough of them. I'm reading way more than 2 pages a day or 2 minutes a day or whatever they say. I have dyslexia, so I'm kind of all over the place here. But you know, it takes me a little bit longer to read. But yeah, I just want to share that I'm fired up on this, and it's keep on it, stick with it. Let's go get some, and it's perfect when you get out of it. Transition is awesome, and I'm feeling great. And I love you all. I'm so happy to be here, so happy to share, and you guys inspire me all.
Yes, thank you, John. Thank you. You're an excellent ending to our morning. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. And you're right. Like I'm actually in the longevity phase of my health journey. And guys, the water is so good on this side of weight loss. Like don't stop with the weight loss phase. Move into every phase of this health journey. Do not stop at weight loss alone, okay? Because if you stop there and you don't start a new goal, you will be so likely to go way, way back, okay? So you've got to start, just keep incrementally adding one more habit of health. And there's no finish line. There is zero finish line. We are all gonna go until God takes us home. And when that time is our time, it you know, that's it. That's the finish line as far as on earth. But here's my homework. This is you work. It's not homework. You work. Page 162 and 163 in your life book. Please take the next 20 minutes and fill this out and send it to your coach. You need to know where you currently are what your desired results need to be for you to be living in that healthy space. And you need to know what your choices need to be to get you there. Create that structural tension chart around your weight management. And then take a walk with the 3 key points in creating a healthy weight. They're on page 163. Take a walk with each of those 3 key points and write those notes in your life book. I can't tell you how much importance there is in this work. 2 pages, it won't take you that long, but it's going to serve you so well for your entire health journey. And that's it. So Rachel, did you want to wrap up, or we're just good? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. We'll have the recording up soon so you can watch it again. All right, see you next week.